Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Hey Coworker podcast. I am RJ, the friendly neighborhood Dom, and this is
Cookie,
aka
Big Rox,
not the little one,
never the little one.
And we are your favorite not safe for work coworkers. Welcome back to the Hey Coworker podcast. If you're listening to us on YouTube, watching us on YouTube, then go ahead and like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment, let us know what you thought about the podcast. If you're listening to us on Spotify, on Apple, wherever you listen to podcasts, go ahead, like, subscribe, leave a review. It does great things for us. We appreciate you in advance, and welcome to the best coworker community in the world. Thank y'all for being the best coworkers in the world. How are you, friend?
I'm doing great. Merry Christmas. Well, we're recording this the day after Christmas.
So, but Happy New Year's to y'all, because y'all will see this on, I think, the 3rd.
Yeah, probably right after New Year's.
Yeah, so right after New Year's. So Happy New Year's to y'all. And did you have a good Christmas?
Yeah, it was cool. It was really, I was good during the day. This was my first Christmas without my babies. Mm-hmm. So by the time I got home, not in a good space, especially because my their father did not answer the phone, when I was trying to call and talk to them. So, but I got to talk to them this morning, so it's okay. They got to show me their presents and stuff that they got. My best friend, real quick,
Bro.
the way that I left my ex-husband, I try to keep fair people around me. So a lot of my closest friends were not automatically fuck him. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's not like I left him because he treated me wrong. Yeah. So a few of my closest friends did like, I hate the way you did that. Like, I'm happy you left if you weren't happy, but we liked him. He was cool and he didn't do anything wrong to you. So the fact that you just kind of up and left, they felt bad for him and what he was going through. Right. Which is perfectly fine. But it's been a year. Mm-hmm. And he has shenaned again and again and again. To the point my friends are no longer, they don't feel sorry for you anymore because you could move forward and you're actively choosing to not. So the other day, my best friend was like, hey, do you have the boys or are they with their other mama? And so now it has been it has been very hard for me to refer to him as anything besides their other mom. The gloves are off, and this is what the gloves are off looks like for me. I am no longer going out of my way to hide the disgusting shit that you do. Like when we were married, you were good, but after that, because I also felt bad for him, I never talk about any of the reasons why I left, and I didn't talk about any of the shit that he was doing during his divorce process. But it's been a year. I'm not doing that anymore. If you want to continue to stalk my pages, I'm going to give you something to look at, and you might just see me talking about you. So keep in mind, never unprovoked. I don't care about him or what he's doing. So there is never a time where I am initiating anything. I am just no longer going to be quiet about the shit that you're actively doing to me. I'm not going to do that.
Cool.
Yeah.
I completely hear you. And I understand. Mm-hmm. And do what you need to do. Mm-hmm. But only what you need to do.
What you need in the moment what you need.
Which is why I'm saying, because always be strategic with what it is that you're saying, because when I hear what is happening, mm-hmm. and because I know you and because I've seen situations like this is going to, I can fully see this being a situation where y'all got to go see a judge about this. Mm-hmm. And so because you're going to eventually have to go see a judge about this is why I say only do what you need to do.
Yeah, I will only do what I need to do. And one thing that I pride myself on is being able to tell the story exactly the way it happened. And there will never be anything that I say that I cannot prove.
Okay.
So, I know that I have a very large platform. He also knows that I have a very large platform, and I know he knows that because he's constantly stalking my social media. So you see how many followers I have. If you choose to continue to poke that bear, knowing that at any moment I can get on, it's my platform and it's my life. I'm not telling anybody's business but my own, which you keep injecting yourself into. That's a risk that you take.
I don't understand why people don't leave people alone, especially on the internet. I had to learn, like, sometimes I want to respond to people, and then I have this thing of, is this necessarily going to be worth what could happen if I pick this person to respond to, and this happens to be the exact right person to try me?
Yeah.
Because that could happen where I get the absolute wrong one. I got the complete wrong end of the stick, and this person is a psychopath.
Yeah.
And now they want to find out where I work and where I live and all types of, because people on the internet are like that.
Yeah. Speaking of this,
yeah.
You want to get the ketchup out the way before I start talking shit about people on the internet? Or you want me to go ahead and start talking about
You
shit?
can go ahead and start talking shit about people on the internet.
A few weeks ago, I got into it with someone on the internet, a little back and forth. It was a girl. It was under a video where I made one of the best analogies I've ever made in my life.
Okay.
Which was comparing men to cars, and how you can have a great car, or you can have a good car that gets you from A to B. It does everything. It's a great base model car, but it's not customized to you at all, which is what I felt. And I didn't say his name or who I was talking about exactly, because it was taken from a live. I was talking about it on live, and on live I said who I was talking about, but I cut that part out for the video. And it was like, he was a great base model car. He did everything that a car was supposed to do, but it was not customized to me at all. It was very generic, and that's why I had to leave. So I made that video. At the very end of the video, I said, but now I'm in a big body. Now I got all the fixings that I could want. Well, someone commented on that video on Facebook and said, who is she talking about? I hope it's not the dude who she was just in the hotel with. We know when Von act. It's fine. Whatever, it's fine. When he asked me to be his girlfriend, like the video with the flowers and all that stuff. Her and one more person went back and forth. Now they're talking about it as though that I'm talking about him. And I'm a slut. And women always say that they want a good man until they have one. And I didn't appreciate him. Whole time.
You have no idea what you don't know.
No idea what you're talking about. So all I said, the other girl, the woman who left the comment, she didn't say anything crazy initially. That other girl, I cursed her out and blocked her. But the original one, all I said to her was, and I can tell that you did not watch the whole video, and this is how rumors and weird shit get spread around. That is all I said. She got defensive and started cursing at me. So I started cursing back because, bitch, what you're not going to do is take it there. Because however far you want to go, I promise I have more gas in my car. I can take it further. I guarantee you that. That man keeps my tank full. So I guarantee you I can take it further. So then she tags some dude named, why am I going to put his name? She tags some dude in the comments. Just tagged him. Now he's coming in and arguing with me. First thing he said was, well, maybe if you didn't spend 30, the video was like 2 minutes long. Maybe if you didn't spend 30 minutes on car puns, then people will get to the end of the video. I told him swiftly, go figure out the difference between a pun and an analogy and then come back and talk to me. But even outside of that, Facebook does not let you make video responses the way you can on Instagram and TikTok.
Because people would get eaten alive.
And that's what I wanted to do so bad. So I'm arguing.
Well, you can. So you can, but it takes way more effort.
Yeah, it goes directly in the comments. And no, I don't want people to just see it in the comments. I want everybody to see it. Because once again, you know where you at. You came over here. I want everybody to see it. I want people who I want people who don't know what's going on to see this video and go back just to figure out what's going on. And then at the end of it, I realized I don't know these two people's relationship to each other. I don't know if they go together, married, friends. I have no idea what their relationship is to each other. But what I do know is I am a woman. She is a woman. And she went and tagged a bitch to come and fight her battles. Because regardless of what your relationship is, I know for a fact you are a very good friend of mine. Vet is my man. I could not tag either of you in an argument that I'm having with a woman online and expect for y'all to come in and say anything to her. That is women's business.
You know.
You are going back and forth with a woman on the internet behind some shit that has absolutely nothing to do with you, and your friend was in the wrong.
it's well, yes, especially if my friend is in the wrong. Mm-hmm. But generally, the most I'm gonna do is like what you said,
like it,
and that'll be about it. Because I a lot of time may not know the full context of what's going on. So why am I commenting about this?
And I know he didn't, because by the time he got there, I had already blocked the other girl. So he couldn't see the conversation, that the very disrespectful conversation that she was having with somebody else about me. You didn't see that, but she knew just who to call. Cause I know for a fact I don't have a male friend, not nobody that's close to me or my man, that I could come and tag in to come fight my battles against another woman. Absolutely not. Cause the men that I run with, that I hang around, don't find themselves in the business of in arguing with women on the internet. Not about, especially about something that don't have nothing to do with you. This is women's business.
Yeah. The one exception is if someone says something about your significant other. Then I will verbally ragtag any woman that says anything about my significant other, because why you playing with me?
Even then though, I get it, and you are well within your right. But
I've only ever had to do that once. I made that one example and everybody left.
But it also wasn't little one coming to get you.
No,
that's the like. If you just happen to see this,
it started with
right. That was under your video
and tried to play with me, and I'm like,
it's in your comments. You can that they were talking to you. This had nothing to do with him. He was not involved at all. She went and got him, and she knew just who to call. Because, like I said, I could not call you and be like,
but that's a lesson that you learn from maturity.
Yeah,
because
I don't know how they wasn't my color, so I don't know how old they was. I could never tell.
No, but like as a dude who's been like, there have been women in my life that have turned me up in that manner. Like they knew that by calling me, something was going to happen, and so they would specifically call. And I had to learn to not be in relationship
people with around you,
because you're gonna use the fact that like I turn up like this to your advantage, and it's gonna get me fucked up.
Right.
So I have people that know that I don't play behind them, and because they know that I don't play behind them, they also act accordingly. Yeah. Yeah. Because there is nothing better. And me and Little One were having this conversation. She was, I don't know if we talked about this on here. We were going to go help one of my other friends that was having an issue.
You told me about this, but I can't remember if we talked about it. You know, we did. I think we did.
But so throwback to that, we're going to help one of my friends that's having an issue, and Little One is there, and she wants to turn up as soon as she gets there. But she knows if she turns up when I arrive, one, she's in trouble, because because that's we're not here to escalate anything, first of all. And second of all, now I gotta come behind and possibly hurt somebody over you. Right. We don't have to be in that position when you can just be here and relax and just report to me about what's going on and let me handle that when I arrive. Yeah. Thank you for being here. I just needed you to be here and be eyes and ears until I arrived. That's it. Right. But that's a thing that she's gathered based on our relationship. And she's like learned, oh yeah, I understand also I represent somebody else. Yeah. I understand that this is how his brain works, and that like
we need to get her on the show.
We will.
Patreon, that's one of the things we do. I want to do on the Patreon is have our significant, like do an episode with all four of us. Or maybe even just like y'all two, an episode with just us two, or all four of us.
That's fair. I thought about doing that, especially now that I have the what's the name, I can do the same setup and just do the videos and
because dating, that is very different than any other man that I've ever dated. And so there's a lot of things that I had to learn in dealing with him. As far as like, one thing that I don't necessarily complain a lot, but I will voice my not opinions, but like, I don't know how to explain it. It's not really complaining, but I'll say something like, oh damn, I wish I had some sunflower seeds. He's going to get up and go get sunflower seeds. That's all it takes. It's for me to say, damn, I wish I had, you know what, I could taste some sunflower seeds. He's getting up and going to get this. I don't care what time it is. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. He's gonna get it. So that on any scale, I have learned to watch the things that I complain about, say the things that I desire, because sometimes I just be talking, and I don't want you to get up in the middle of the night and go get me a bag of sunflower seeds. That's not what I mean. I don't like to let him know. I don't tell him all the time when people get on my nerves on the internet, because the first thing he do, what platform was it on?
Yeah,
it was on Instagram or TikTok or where was it? Which video? He's going to do that. So I am much more cognizant of the things that I say, because I don't want to put him in. I'm never trying to put him in no positions to come fight in my battles.
But also that's a thing of, he's positive reinforcement.
Oh yeah.
Every time you say, he's rewarding you for every time you say a thing out loud. That is such a good Dom thing to do.
Wait, what?
You remember how like sometimes Doms would be like, use your words? Every time you use your words, he's rewarding you for using your words.
Well, that kind of backfired. I mean, because I don't always want you to do something. Sometimes it's just me talking.
He's also very literal.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking the other day about all the things that are very different now that he's in my life. Some of them it's still taking a while for me to get adjusted to. But like I just mentioned, he puts gas in my car. That was not one of them. So like opening the door for me, I'm not allowed to touch a door ever. If he is around, I'm not allowed to touch the door. That is still hard for me, because sometimes it just doesn't make sense. If you are getting the bags out of the car, I'm not going to stand here at this door waiting for you to come. I'm going to open the door. Like, I'm not just going to stand here looking stupid while you are doing something. If you're
within reason.
Yeah. So we still have back and forth about that. The trash. I don't ever want to touch the trash, but if I'm here and you're not, I'm taking the trash out because I can smell it or because I need to put it's full. I'm not going to take it to the dumpster, but I'm taking it out. And he's like, well, why didn't you tell me before I left? Why didn't you check before you left? Whatever. Regardless. But putting gas in my car was not one of them. I took to that very easily. I was glad to give that up. I literally just took a picture of my gas tank on the way over here and sent it to him. That's all. I take a picture of it, send it to him. I got it when you get back home. So yeah, some of the things it's still taking an adjustment for me to get used to, but others I took to very fast, because I hate going to the gas station. So
I have so little one lives here now, but she's been back and forth between here and Austin. But when she's here, she don't drive nowhere, no way, because we're always in my car. Right.
See, he always drives, but we usually take my car. But because he works, his car is a mess. Like with all his, he don't like to bring all his dirty welding equipment in the house, so he'll leave it in his car. So his car is usually way junkier than mine, just because of all his work. So he always drives, but we usually take my car when it's us going somewhere.
Oh, I figured he was driving.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind driving. I don't prefer to. But
little one don't drive. What is a car? What are keys?
Well, I don't know what keys are.
I'm trying to get her out of the habit of taking her. She's like, I need to take my wallet for what? For why?
I take my wallet everywhere. I can't help it. I need my
like,
ID's
you need your ID. That's all you need.
But then I'm more likely to lose it if it's not in my purse, unless I give it to you. But then I got to remember to get it from you, because now you going to work or somewhere and I'm at home, or I'm driving thinking about ID's in my wallet and it's in your wallet.
It's in my pocket.
So,
all right.
I mean, and I bring my purse. I don't ever bring a wallet, but I bring my purse because what am I trying to do in this front seat? Be cute. My lip gloss is in there.
Okay.
My AirPods are in there.
Fair. Valid.
My weed is in there.
All right, cool.
Yeah, so the purse is cool. And my purse always matches my shoes. So it's a part of the outfit. The purse is a part of the outfit. So I got to bring it.
I feel you.
Yeah.
When we have the other thing, bro, as we move, we're starting to think about like places we want to move and like exactly what it is we want. Because February, right? It was like, I'm starting to think like we need more. I was like, yo, we don't need maybe we don't need a 1.5. We need a full 2-bedroom, because I'm thinking about like how much like storage space we have are gonna need, especially for like clothes.
Yeah. Tell me about
it. And not just, but like things I need to get rid of, and because as I've gotten in better shape, I have to get different clothes now. Mm-hmm. Like I feel as though I'm starting to get to that point, and I'm down to excuse me. I'm down to like 218, which is the lightest I've been in a while. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm maintaining it. Like I'm going to the gym after we get on here. Mm-hmm. Which means the goal is to get down below 210 to get close to 200. And if I do that, I'm going to look very different. Uh-huh. And also, there's things I want to do for my wardrobe and her wardrobe. Uh-huh. So we need more space.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't have to tell me about needing more space, because I went from having 2 closets of my own to sharing one, technically. But yeah, I had a closet in my old apartment. I had a closet for my clothes, and then I had a closet for my shoes and wigs and purses. 2 full walk-in closets. One of them wasn't like one of those little sliding. No, it was 2 walk-in closets. The one with my purses and wigs and stuff had a desk in it, a vanity in it. So yeah, so it's a big adjustment. I wanted to ask you though, this is off topic, but have you ever like made a video response to something and it got taken out of context? Like I posted a video of Vet and I for Christmas where I was handing him his Christmas presents and stuff. Mm-hmm. And then this girl that I'm mutuals with commented and said, "Hold on, friend, you got too much dip on your chip. That's a whole lot of gifts for a man." Now I knew that she was joking because she's my mutual, and I knew where she was coming from, but I responded in that, and I didn't think about what it looked like. So I responded and I used that sound, the sound that goes, "That's my motherfucking man." So I put it on the caption. I was like, it's not just a man, but that's my motherfucking man. Like, yeah, he deserved that. They lit her ass up in the comments, and I did not think, because it was like, see, this is what's wrong with you bitter bitches now, because that man deserved. We see him taking care of her all the time, so she could buy him gifts and blah blah blah. But when I look back, I see exactly why they thought
how
that.
They got there. Yeah.
Yes. I left a comment and pinned it because this was on Instagram. I left a comment and pinned it and it was like, "Y'all, this is my friend. She was just kidding." But I wanted to delete the video, but the video was funny and it was doing really well. And I get Instagram be paying me. So I didn't want to delete it. But at the same time, I was like,
as long as you tell your friend, like, "Hey,
yeah, just mute it. Don't come back over here.
Don't come back over here. Just leave us alone." It's like it's not that deep. No, but unless they start to get like for real harassed, and then I'm like, okay, now I got to take down this video.
Well, most of the people saw the comment that I left, and even commented on that and was like, "Oh, because we was about to go, she was about to start a war on Christmas, bitch, because who's she talking to?" Yeah. So I'm like, okay, maybe I need to start, if I'm talking to friends.
I need to let it be known in a caption or something that I'm playing. Right. This is somebody I know.
That we're joking together. I need to be more aware of that.
This joke is, we're joking together. Right. I'm not joking at them.
Right. I didn't mean that, but they was on her ass.
That usually happens like in like say there's a comment and I'm going back and forth. After only so many back and forths, I'm just gonna DM you because I figured that you're talking to me this way because we have an audience. Uh-huh. So I'm gonna DM you, and then we'll sort out whatever is happening. And then because once I DM you, I'm either gonna block you, or like it's resolved, and I'll ask you whether or not you want me to delete the comment or not. Because
that's very nice of you. This is all very mature.
And they'll be like, "No, that's fine. Like, you don't have to delete the comment." And I'll be like, "Actually, I would like to share this story about how." Like, we resolved our issue and it didn't have to be, because that's normally how a lot of my like discourse in comment sections goes. Mm-hmm. Where like we'll have a misunderstanding and I'll be like, "All right, cool. Like, I'm just gonna DM you and let's have a full on conversation." Because also, if you're wherever you're having the conversation in the comments at, either it's everybody's putting on a show, or the way that the algorithm works on whatever you're doing isn't showing you in order what they're saying, so you're getting things out of context. Mm-hmm. So, and all the platforms are like that, whether it be TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all like you don't know like what they're responding to. So I'd rather just DM you and let's have a full on conversation. And then from that point, like if we've resolved it, cool. But what happens is we've resolved it and then they'd be like, nah, like I don't necessarily want you to do a video clarifying that we resolved it. Cause that was going to go underneath that video. It was going to go as a video response. And I don't, and I leave it alone. And then like what'll happen is like months later, people will come back and see this Discord and go at they throat and at their neck. And I'm like, and I'm not finna jump in and save you. You can tell them that you've resolved the
right. Cause I tried to
help you earlier.
But you didn't want that, so
you didn't want my help, and you could have deleted your comment.
That's all of that is very mature because I don't do none of that. If it's up right here for everybody to see it, and I'm not blocking you. Once I respond to anybody, I'm not blocking them because I don't want to feel like I lost.
I have moments of sheer and absolute maturity, and then I do shit like want to fight 24-year-olds playing basketball, and I just don't know if I'm ever gonna grow up for real. Like this is crazy.
I mean, you're allowed. Everybody's allowed their thing. Well, not everybody, because some people's things be crazy.
They be wilding.
But you know, I don't think anybody expects everybody to be mature all the time. Because one thing I'm gonna do is argue with a child. I don't give a fuck. I do not argue with kids. Somebody else's kids, I don't care.
What are we arguing about?
It don't matter. Anything. Who did it?
Nah, because I get irritated, and when people try to do that with me, I just ignore people.
Like my son, my little one, when he knows he did something wrong, he will tell you not to do that thing. So like I told him to close the fridge door, he slammed it. So I said, damn. He told me, don't slam the door. You don't slam the door, the fuck.
What you, bro? Don't. See, you know what you. All right.
Yeah, they be knowing how to get up under my skin. Because why would you say that? Don't slam the door,
bro. This is why I don't have kids.
Or he will cough. I told you we were talking off. I was gonna say offline.
Off camera.
Yes, that's the word I was looking for.
Yeah,
we were talking off camera, and he genuinely seems attacked whenever you ask him to cover his mouth when he cough. So sometimes he'll cough and I'll look at him and he'll be like, cover your mouth when you cough, mama.
Do you see that with the frustration? You can't, bro. No. You can't. Nah. This is why I don't have kids. Because you can't do a thing and then tell me not to do the thing that you just told.
After, and you're only saying it because I saw you.
Not just that. But also, I pay for your entire life. You can't do that to me. Cause that's a head fuck. You can't tell me not to do a thing that you just saw me do, and then I have to realize that like I wiped your ass and I still gotta feed you.
And see, that's the thing. That
can't be a thing.
That be the thing with kids because I hold grudges. Just yesterday, it's Christmas. Get to my grandma's house. My nephew's there, and he's normally he's bad as hell. My nephew's bad.
Okay, but
he's still sweet. Like when you come up to him, like he will speak, and you know some kids shut down. But yesterday he just wasn't in a good mood, and I feel that. I understand, but I go over there and I'm like, "Hey nephew, don't touch me." Oh, we're gonna try this again. I gave him another shot. You know what? You need some time. I walked away, went and ate my food, came back, tried again. He still had attitude. I bet. Later on, right before I left, he's like, "Hey TT, who is your TT?" I don't know, cause I ain't ready to let this go. Cause why would you treat me like that? He never did nothing to you. Oh, he was in a bad mood. I don't give a damn. It's high time he learned.
Actions have consequences. TT don't want to come and give you a hug no more because you like try to play with TT all day.
You didn't want to hug me earlier. I don't want to hug you now. I don't care that you're two. I don't care.
You're learning it too.
It's a lesson.
The world don't revolve around you.
Your parents might. I'm not your mama or your big head ass daddy.
Big head ass daddy is crazy.
His dad's my brother, so.
And I was just talking to my brother. None of us younger three have kids. But yeah, the more I talk to, I realized the reason me and Jamari didn't get along as kids is because we're so much alike. Like so so much alike, and it's crazy. He is me without ADHD, dyslexia. Yes. And like, I'm like, oh, we get along.
You, but neurotypical? Is that
He's me, but neurotypical. Like, I'm just like, this is crazy, bro. And he's like doing his thing. And the other thing is, I really love his wife.
That's good.
Like, she's just, I love her. And they are Christian in a way that gives me faith in Christians again. I love them.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
I love them so much. And, yeah. So me and my brother be talking, and he say something, and I be like, I said that exact same thing. He was like, yeah, I can see it. I was like, yeah. It's great. So yeah, me and the youngest one are getting along great. Me and the one who is just below me, he is a character, and I respond to him without even thinking about it. He asked me I was sick. This was Christmas Eve, because we recorded on Saturday. So the Sunday I was still fairly sick, and was like, he texted me, was like, hey yo, we finna go hoop. You trying to play? And I was like, where at? I'm dead ass sick. I'm not even thinking about like, bro, you're not going nowhere. You are sick. My instant thing was where?
That's just like black people be. Once we ask who all gonna be there, we not coming. It don't matter what you say. We not coming.
And then he told me, and I was like, bro, I don't even know why I responded like that. Like, I'm sick. I need to go lay down. Like, what am I? I'm not going nowhere.
Yeah. That's good.
Oh, the brothers. They're all good. Mom's is good. Great Christmas.
Yeah, well, that's good. I'm glad you had a good Christmas. Like I said, mine was good too. I got my present, and I know that you knew.
I did know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't appreciate that.
That I didn't tell you?
Yeah.
Why?
Did I? Never mind. He watches the show, so we gotta have a conversation.
Yeah. I know exactly. So I will say this. Yes, I knew. And I was paying attention. There were details I weren't paying attention to. And I didn't realize until later. So yeah, we'll talk. Because I went, because you were like, I think, and I said, damn.
Yeah. Well, I got him a bunch of gifts. One thing I like to do that I like to implement, and I told him this too late, but one thing that I like to implement is 3 gifts for every gift giving holiday. Okay. But there's no limit on the price here, and you can do it however you want. But it's something that they need, something that they want, and something that you want them to have.
I like that.
Yeah, so something that they need could be like, we in the process of moving, we were so worried about moving my stuff that a lot of his clothes just were still at the old apartment. So he'd go to take a shower and he'd realize he had no socks here or no underwear here or something, or undershirts or something like that. A lot of stuff that was just left at the old apartment. And so in that case, it's like, well, you probably just need more socks and underwear anyway. Now, normally that's not something that you want to get for Christmas, but it falls under the what you need. You need undergarments, or you need something for your car or whatever. That's not necessarily something that is a gift, but it is something that you need. And it's something that you want, just anything that they've expressed, and it's something that you want them to have. So one of the things that I gave him that I wanted him to have was a cologne. My favorite men's cologne, which is 1 Million by Paco. I don't remember the last name. It's something with an R. But anyway, yeah. So I gave him a bunch of gifts, and we'll probably do it that way going forward. But he spent a lot of money on that gift, and I do love the gift that he got me. Yeah. But was it worth $900? I don't think so.
Do you want to talk about this?
Yeah, we can, and I will cut it out if I say something that I don't want in there.
So, for full reference, he was asking me about gifts, and he texted me and he sent me a picture of it, right? And when he sent me the picture, I'm just looking at what it is, and I was like, oh, like That's cute. I'm sure she'll like that. Because my brain was like, oh, okay, like it's
some shoes.
It's some shoes. Like, cool. She'll like those. And it didn't register to me until like weeks later. I think it was we were talking before the pod.
Yeah.
And you were like, I think he got me something really expensive.
Okay,
and I went,
this is the part. Oh, no, we can keep that in. Sorry.
And you were like, I think he got me something really expensive. And I went, nah. Because in my head, I went,
those shoes can't cost that much.
I was like, nah, he just shipped me a pair of shoes. And then when we were talking, it was right before the pod. I'm looking in my phone to look at the thing, and I look at the picture, and I look down at the price, and I go,
that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it didn't register to me. It just didn't. I was like, oh, okay.
But this goes back to what we were just talking about. Me having to watch what I say.
Yes.
Because the reason he brought me a pair of Christian Dior shoes. And the reason that he bought me a pair of Christian Dior shoes is because one day we were walking through the mall and we passed by them, and I said to him, "Oh, there's this song that I like, and I always wanted to use, or there's a line in the song that I like that I always wanted to use." In the caption, it's she always was a Christian. I just threw Dior on her. And he went and bought me Christian Dior shoes because I said that in passing. This doesn't mean I want you to buy me Christian Dior shoes. It's just like, I saw the shoes and that's what I think about every time that I see some, but I ain't never bought them because I know how much they cost.
And he was just like,
fuck it, that's what she wanted, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, I didn't, and it didn't register to me because I was just like, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Him and it was my friend Gina, who is my interior designer. She was over the house. It had to be Saturday because I think it was, because that's why I was running late coming over here, because she was at the house. So she was there. He had the gift in my content room up at the top shelf. He knows I can't reach it. Not because I can't reach it, but because I'm not supposed to be lifting my arms that high. But I also do need a step ladder. Anyway, it was up there, and she was organizing, and so she moved it down to the second layer, like the eye level layer. And I was like, oh, when I came in and I saw that she did that, I was like, oh, I'm not supposed to see what's in that bag because that's my Christmas present. And she said, okay, I already know what's in it. Now, I thought she said that because she saw what was in the bag when she took it down. After he gave it to me, he told me that he asked her about it too. He asked like 3 of my friends. You were one of them. Okay. And so he asked her about it too. So I was like, y'all know I don't fucking like surprises. Like, tell me. I want to know. I will act surprised. I don't like surprises when I know that they coming.
Okay.
What I wish he had done that would have alleviated all of this. He took the money out of our joint account. Mm-hmm. And he told me that it was for Christmas. So that it was for my Christmas present. I wish you would have lied. I wish you would have said, oh, something happened with my car and I needed $900 to pay for it or something like that. Because then I would not have been trying to figure out or think about what the fuck could you possibly have spent $900 on for me. So I wish you would have lied. Because now it's a surprise. Now I want to know.
Yeah.
But yeah. My titty hurt. Just one of them.
You all right?
Yeah.
I laughed before that fully registered. I was like, oh, because something could be wrong.
Yeah. No.
So wait a minute.
No, I think it's just because the implant is under the muscle.
Oh yeah.
So I can always feel like, I think it's just like a regular muscle spasm or muscle like just discomfort. It kind of feels like I worked out. I didn't, but it's just
it's probably your muscles getting back, like them like
attaching
and healing.
Mm-hmm. That, as well as like I get a lot of pain like in my back and arm, but that's because I'm so stiff all the time because I'm trying to not extend. Yeah. So then when I do, it's painful, but we're getting there.
It's our friend. End of January, you'll be back to all the things. Yeah. I forgot what I was going to say. What else were we talking about?
We were just talking. The last thing we talked about was my shoes. My Christmas present and stuff.
Shoes. Oh, me and I think I'm gonna adopt the something.
Yeah, it's a 3 gift rule, and you can do it however you want. Like if you want one thing to cost a lot of money, or like be the big gift, and then the other things are small. Yeah. Whatever. But I feel like that kind of covers all the bases.
Yeah. So far, I've just got her things I want her to have. Nothing she needs yet, but I'm gonna take care of that soon enough.
Yeah. And then like stuff that you need is stuff that you usually buy for yourself. So it's good when somebody else can, take that off your plate. Like, I don't know. If I need,
it's the thing I need to get me the thing I need is almost an act of service.
Right. Yeah.
And it's a demonstration of you've been paying attention to.
Because one thing I need that I really don't want to buy for myself, and normally it would not be a good Christmas present. I want an electric can opener so bad. I need an electric can opener because the one that I have, like I could just get another can opener, but an electric one would be a. But
I do not have an electric can opener.
Me neither.
Oh,
but go ahead.
I was going to complain about something, but I'm going to seem really Republican if I complain about it, and I don't want to seem really Republican when I complain about my cleaning lady.
That is a service that you pay for, okay?
She's getting on my nerves.
She's not doing enough? Too much? What is the...
Not enough and too much at the same time.
Oh.
She's not doing a good enough job to have the opinions that she has.
Opinions?
She's like, hey, can you use this? I'm like, bro, so recently I've been like, all right, bro, like I'm getting to a point where you like, like, okay, you have kids.
Not right now, but yes.
Yeah, they don't exist right now, but eventually, again, next week you're gonna have kids again. So you can imagine a point where like you're going when they start doing chores, where you're gonna have to come behind them and be like, hey, you missed this.
Yes.
I don't feel like I should have to do that when I pay you. So there's been a couple of times where I've been like, yo, did you move and sweep behind this? Knowing full well you didn't move and sweep behind this. I'm like, hey, yo, you need to move and sweep behind this. Or like I had like issues with, because there's no fan in the bathroom. I'm like, hey, yo, I need you to like just pay more attention to the tiles and stuff because stuff can grow. And she's like, yeah, you may need to call like, and I was like, no, you're not hearing what I'm saying. Yeah. And
I may need to call someone else if there is already like a mold issue, but we're talking preventative, which is within your job.
Yeah, which is what I'm like, yo. Yeah. So I got up this today and was in there like a fucking madman, like cleaning, and sent her before and after pictures and was like, this needs to stay like this.
Right.
And she's been like sending me like, and I'm like, bro.
What's the back and forth?
I don't want to, and was also like trying to send me suggestions about places I could move and stuff. I'm like, bro, why are you trying to get fired?
Right. You got too much on your plate.
You got too much dip on your chip.
You could just say that. Like, don't try to ease me out. Like, if you don't want to do this, let me know.
And she's constantly telling me about, oh yeah, I can't come this day because I have to do this for the other job. And I get it. Like, it's what's name.
In this economy, we all got.
And so I'm always trying to be like, put myself in the position of but once I've already told you the thing, if you can't do the thing that I'm asking you to do, let me know, and that's cool. I'll just go get somebody else
who can, and that's fair. Yeah, I don't want to pay you to come do a half-ass job and then pay somebody else to do this one thing. No, I'm gonna pay somebody who can do all of it the way that I asked. Understandable.
Yeah. So I'm getting fairly frustrated with that, but
I want a cleaning lady. I was telling him that I want a cleaning lady, and then we have a white couch, off-white, and so I need someone who also does the upholstery, maybe every other month.
So what what's going to happen when we move into the new place is, so I have someone that comes bi-weekly. Because like we can just maintain and stuff until then. What we may end up doing is, because I'm fairly, especially like now, I've been more like on it and like doing stuff. So I'm like, bro, what we could actually do is pay someone to come like once a month or whenever, that comes and does all the deep cleaning stuff.
That's the same thing I was telling that.
Because I don't want to do that.
Yeah, the stuff like I can maintain a clean home. Especially now, I ain't got, what else am I doing? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like, I don't want to wipe baseboards.
I'm not getting on my hands and knees to do baseboards.
No, I'm not doing that.
I don't want to worry about getting up in vents and doing all. Yeah. I don't want to do that. So, I will do the like dishes and all of them stuff. I don't want to, bro. Like I don't want to do all that stuff.
Yeah. That's the exact same thing I told him. We could have somebody come maybe once a month and do like a deep clean, and every other month clean the couch. Like do a deep clean on our couch. So yeah.
So that's probably what's gonna happen moving forward with me and little one as we do the things. Also, yeah. It's just we keep having a lot of conversations about things, and we're like a lot of like really, really good conversations about what expectations are and all those things and setting them now. So everything is good. Everything is great. Oh, we haven't even gotten to anything that was on. Yeah, no.
Well, we're around 45 minutes somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Not too bad at all. Look at us thinking we wasn't gonna have nothing to talk about. Okay. So we can do.
We can end with the draft.
Okay, we'll end with a draft. All right, so then... Okay, so there was one thing on here that I want to get into, and then we can do listener letters.
Okay.
You said responding to podcasts.
Oh, my gosh. Okay. Well, I meant the responsibility.
Yeah, that's what... Yeah.
Of different type of podcast hosts.
Okay.
So you do have your super niche podcasts out there, right? And they only talk about one thing. I love this podcast called Bad with Money. Mm-hmm. She has all kind of very interesting people. So that's just about finances. You have your, everybody has their niche. But then I'm going to say, especially among black people, but that could be wrong because I don't listen to white people. I meant what I said. Bad with Money, she's white. And the true crime podcast that I listen to is white. But they're talking about very...
broad topics.
Well, not broad, specific topics, but that applies to everybody.
Yeah.
The economy. Everybody's going through that shit right now, and everybody be dying. So true crime. So
yeah, I feel you.
So then, but when it comes to black people, it's like, okay, if me and you are sitting here on the podcast, for one, there will never be a time where because you mostly come up with the content, like what we're going to talk about. There will never be a time where you come to me and say, hey, how do you feel about $200 dates? How do you feel about splitting things 50-50? Because those are Twitter conversations. Now, will they come up? Sure. And we could talk about it. Like we could be talking about something specific. Yeah. And it may naturally come up. But when I saw Shannon Sharp, grown ass, ask Kirk Franklin's grown married ass, so how do you feel about taking a woman out on the first date? I'm sorry. Like I just feel like being a rich celebrity, you don't have shit else to talk about besides what's going on Twitter. These are Twitter conversations. These are internet conversations. Why do you not... In all the years that you've been alive, with all the money that you have, why are you talking about the exact same things that me and you could be talking about? And you're talking about it purposely. Why?
So,
I mean, I know why.
So there's the obvious reasons why, and I'm gonna shoot both of them a little bit of bail.
Okay.
In the fact that the way Kirk Franklin responded.
Great answer. Well, you know, I'm gonna think it's a great answer. That's my.
I thought it was a great answer too. Yeah. Oh, no, the way Kirk Franklin responded was great, and was something that was good and healthy for like the conversation, that added to a conversation that was being had. Mm-hmm. It's something that's been said before, but when a man of
a certain stature
says it hits different.
Yeah.
And even Shannon's retorts to what he was saying, even so, were like reasonable. Like no one in the conversation was saying things in bad faith or trying to get across a certain agenda. They were just having a conversation about what they believe is appropriate for them and how they navigate. Mm-hmm. And no one was condemning anybody for that. So I think
it was a healthy conversation.
So that's why I think it's important for that conversation to be had that way. But yeah, I don't want them to, I think they're trying to meet people where they're at.
Yeah.
And that's great. But I don't want to hear them have that conversation. I want to hear them have a conversation that like, is better than that one.
I had no issue at all with Kurt Franklin. I had issue with Shannon Sharp for asking him the question in the first place because I just feel like there's tons of everyday people these are everyday. Maybe my issue with it is that I feel like this is everyday people problems and this is not rich people's problems.
Yes.
So why are you appropriating my broke culture?
Okay, so if that's the conversation we're having,
I think
fair, valid, and I'm right there with you because you all are millionaires talking to me about this thing that you don't even have to really consider.
And I don't want. Yeah, I could say want because whatever, I can want what I want. I don't want for Shannon Sharp to give Kurt Franklin any pushback because Shannon Sharp is very single and dresses like Lil Wayne. And Kurt
dresses
Franklin
better than Lil Wayne. Don't do that.
Barely. And Kurt Franklin is very married and has been in a marriage for a very long time. And if that's what you want, then listen to this man. I didn't like the push. Oh well, I don't know because I'm saying you can do whatever you want, but you asking a married man and he's telling you what works for his marriage. I don't want to hear no pushback, but I think that I don't want to hear any pushback because I didn't want the conversation to be had in the first place because y'all are rich. Why the fuck? Why are you worried about like? And I think it's because as somebody, especially right now, in my life in general, but especially right now, I am dating somebody who is not rich. He's not rich, but within his means, he is doing everything he can to make me happy, and vice versa. So as someone who is rich, I'm like, okay, if my man is willing to buy me $900 pair of shoes because I mentioned because I said I wanted to use it as a caption on Instagram, why are you worried about taking a woman to Steak 48, STK, whatever for a first date? And you're not playing by the same rules because you're Shannon Sharp.
Okay, so I want to say this because I think men get things confused because they focus on the wrong things because we view it from our perspective and we don't look at it from there's a specific word for it. It's like the female we don't look at things from the female gaze. Right? When men hear, and this is the thing, $200 date, right? $200 is not for, and especially the age group of men that are going to be on Twitter, that are mostly going to be having these conversations between the ages of, let's say, 15 and 26, where you're still trying to fucking figure it out. Yeah. $200 is a significant amount of money for you.
Especially for someone who you don't really know.
And even for those of us that are older now, $200 is not an insignificant amount of money. If you had an unexpected $200 bill come up in a month, you'd be like, all right.
That could derail a lot of people.
So $200 is not an insignificant amount of money. What men hear is, if I don't have $200 to take a woman out on a date, I am unworthy of love. That's not the conversation that's being had. And that's not what you should be focusing on. What you should be focusing on is women a lot of the time are saying, I want to feel as though
you put thought
and effort into this. And you think effort means amount of money spent, and it doesn't. Because you can be impressive by taking her somewhere that was thoughtful, that showed imagination, and showed that you paid attention to something that she liked. And nothing about that is expensive.
No, it does not have to be. And if it is, if everything that she's ever mentioned wanting to do is something that you cannot afford, maybe this is not the person for you.
Exactly that.
And I'm pretty sure we've had this conversation before. My biggest thing is people want who they want, even if that person is not for them. And that's the problem. Like so many people get mad on the internet because if a woman comes out and says, you have to take me to STK on a first date, that is the only first date that I find acceptable. Why are you mad at that? Just don't take her. She's not for you. And that is okay. But you can't tell her to lower her standards. You can't because guess what? Somebody's gonna do it.
So this is I don't know. I think she has a podcast, but I mostly follow her on social media. I follow her on TikTok and Instagram. I think her name is Stormy P or whatever. I find her hilarious. But she says one of the reasons why dating is trash is because we're not standing on business. If everybody was standing on business, it wouldn't be this trash because you would just be like, oh, this person doesn't meet the standard, and so I'm not going to deal with them.
And that's it.
And there doesn't need to be a conversation about that because you stood on business. The reason there is a conversation to be had is because you didn't stand on business and you found out the consequences of not doing so. And now you would like to complain to all of us about the fact that you did not stand on business. Yeah. You did not enforce the boundaries that were there. You negotiated with yourself to stay in a situation that did not serve you.
Right. There's that. And then there's the person on the other end. Because in my head, standing on business means you know what my standard is. And I'm choosing to not enforce it. This isn't some imaginary rule in my head. You know what my standard is. You know what my rule is, my boundary is, whatever. And I am, although you know what it is, I'm choosing to falter on it. I'm choosing to be more lenient on that. It's responsibility on both ends of that because it's your responsibility to enforce your boundaries, enforce your standards, not settle for anything that you don't want to settle for. But it's also the other person's responsibility to say, you know what? I can't do that. I'm
going to recognize my limitations and be like, this is never a thing that
I can't provide this lifestyle for you. Even if I have the money right now to take you out on this first day, I know that's not sustainable for me.
And also I don't desire and I don't aspire to this. There's a lifestyle that I do not aspire to. People that be out here talking about, I want to be rich and wealthy and generational wealth. And I'm like, that's cute and that's good for all y'all. You know what I would like to do? I would like to have enough money that I don't ever have to think about fixing something when it breaks.
Yeah. I need as much money as I need, and I just want to be able to check. I want to be able to swipe my card without having to check my bank account first.
I would like to make enough money that I check my bank account for funsies.
Yeah, I check my bank account to make sure ain't nobody stealing from me. I ain't got no unauthorized transactions or nothing. But
I don't need to have the type of money where I am like worried about my next $10 million deal. I'm never in pursuit of that. If that type of money comes to me, cool, all the better. But as long as I have enough money to take care of myself,
and little one, I care about most,
and however many children it is she says that she wants, I'm not giving her no more than 3. But and my mama is good, and my brothers are straight, and my closest friends are all good. I don't need everybody's money.
I don't even need money for that.
And because for the most of the time, the way I show up for people
is not financially
does more for them than the money would.
Yeah. And so.
But if I had the money, you can't. Yes. I mean, we not going.
If I had the money, I'm making sure that the people around me are good. But as far as what success and happiness looks like for me, is this house okay?
Yes.
The house that I live in, that I raise my kids in, that I'm with my man in every single day, is this house okay?
Also, the adult realization that money solves a good portion of your problems.
I don't know why. I really feel like money isn't the key to happiness. I feel like that's some shit that rich people made up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
definitely. Because you know what I'm happy with? When the lights is on and food is in the fridge. And you know what happened? You know what did that? Money.
It's the phrase, more money, more problems. Because I refuse to believe that.
No,
that's some shit that rich people made up. Now, more money, different problems? Sure, absolutely. More money, more problems? More difficult problems?
Because
I can't even believe that.
Because I'm paying to alleviate the problems, the little problems.
Listen, I'm going to pay for convenience right now today, and I don't even have a job.
Dog, and we've talked about this before, realizing you paying for so sometimes you're paying for convenience and luxury when you can't afford convenience and luxury.
Yeah.
And people and there are people that are living in our generation today that have not realized yet that you are living beyond your means, and that is part of your issue.
Yeah.
And because a good portion of us have been living beyond our means for so long, because we've been trying to keep up with whatever else has been going on. Society now believes that this is the standard that everybody can keep up with. And everybody's like, wait, hold on. No, we tricked ourselves. This is not the thing we can actually keep up with.
Yeah. I saw a tweet. I've been on Twitter so much lately. I saw a tweet that said,
it's because TikTok has been trash.
Yeah. But I saw a tweet that said something along the lines, I don't remember the exact numbers, but it was like, I just wanted to come on here and say that I got a promotion going from, let's just say, $32,000 to $50,000. And I know for you millionaires on TikTok, that's not a lot, but
that's a significant amount of money.
And then I'm reading the comments and it's just like people in there saying like, I make 6 figures now, but there was no promotion that meant more to me than going from 28 to 42. People on the internet, the standard is now this. Everybody is making so much money and has all these businesses and rise and grind and all this other bullshit, and it's like, that's not,
bro. When I went from making $34,000 a year to 43, that was a significant jump for me.
Amount.
And I was like, oh shit. And when I hit another one, when I get another significant jump because I finished the master's and I did all the things I need to do, and now I get my next job offer for this thing that's also going to be a very like significant jump for me.
You know what it was for me? When I went from my job offer being hourly to them telling me my salary. Even if I wasn't salary, but like just the offer, that was a huge thing for me. I'll never forget the job that I was working at. I was making like $15 an hour plus commission. And then I went to another job and they were like, okay, well, we'd like to offer you, how much was I starting at there? I think it was like 54. We'd like to offer you 54 for the year. And just the fact that the last job I had, they offered me $14 an hour, no matter what the numbers came up to.
Yeah.
They offered me $14 an hour, and now somebody's offering me $52 a year.
I had a calculator out so fast. I was like, well, how much is that? Hold on. Okay. So 52,000.
One thing I learned how to
12 equals, I got, all right. Yeah. I'm with the shits.
Yeah. So even like when I quit my job the first time, when I quit and came back, the money that they gave me, I quit and came back to the exact same position, and they offered me $14,000 more than what I was getting paid when I was left out. I only was gone for 6 months. So like, yeah, but let the internet tell it. If you ain't making $150,000 a year, you're broke and poor, and I don't know how you're surviving. And I mean, inflation. But okay, we don't have to stay on this because I know we have other things to talk about. We're over an hour at this point. But do you is there ever a time where people are happy with how much things cost? Like, we're looking right now in retrospect thinking like, damn, gas used to be $2 a gallon and I took that for granted. But when gas was $2 a gallon, was we looking at like, damn, gas used to be $1?
So
like, or the price of eggs or whatever.
So yes, but the difference was your ability to afford those things. So like,
well, yeah, because everything is going up in price except for how much people get paid.
Yeah, so we saw a steady rise in like, oh, gas used to be this price and now it's this price. But as we saw those prices, the amount of money that you made a year steadily increased. It was increasing.
Oh yeah,
at like a reasonable rate with you. Mm-hmm. It hasn't done that since politicians have done a bunch of things and we've gotten into a bunch of places where like they've changed the laws on what is allowed to happen and how businesses are allowed to like do what they do. Mm-hmm. It's like fuck to everybody. And it took a while to catch up, but it's been fucking everybody.
Yeah. I'm blessed and I understand that. But one thing I don't look is at prices in the grocery store. Cause if I did, I wouldn't get anything. I go to the grocery store and it's like, I need milk and eggs. It does not matter how much. I don't even want to know how much they cost. I need the milk and eggs.
I just get the things that I need from the grocery store.
But I don't look at the price because that's going to depress me, because what am I going to, I need it. I need it. So I don't even want to know. As long as I have enough money in my account to cover it.
I went in there to get 3 things, spent $150.
I need to go to the grocery store today.
Bro. And it's never ending. I'm finna get this HEB credit card because why am I not getting cash back on all this money?
5% back every time you spend there. I just use mine as statement credits. Whenever my cash back hits $100, I just use it to pay my bill. Take $100 off of it or whatever. But somebody that I know got food stamps. So, because I ain't got no job and I got 2 kids. So, I got food stamps. So I'm putting my HEB credit card away. Well, I'll use it for the other things that I buy from HEB, like, you know, whatever else is not technically food, but I was able to put my card down for a little bit.
Here for it.
Okay. What else? We got listener letters, right?
We got listener letters, and we also got and we got a draft. What I actually think we should do is do this draft and then do listener letters, because when are we filming again? Not
this upcoming Saturday, but the one after that.
Okay. So yeah, and then actually, yeah, we'll save the listener letters, and we're gonna do we'll do the Disney draft now, and then we'll do we'll have a full roster with the listener letters and all that stuff in it.
Okay.
All right. So now we're gonna go back to an oldie but a goodie. We're gonna do a draft. In this draft, you came up with
Disney villains, the best or favorite, whatever Disney villains.
Okay, so is it best or is it our favorite Disney villains? Because
I'm always on the fence about that. I have such a terrible time deciding what I think the best is.
So I
just pick my favorites, so I don't know.
But so what makes them your favorite?
A lot of times the music, what they stood for, how funny were they, how relatable were they, what was their cause, like. And when it comes to a villain, yeah, I have my favorite.
Because I'm like, villain I would most want to be. Is it villain that I most identified with? Is it most misunderstood villain?
No, it's just, let's just do favorites. Your favorite, whatever, for whatever reason.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
Your favorites versus my favorites. So this isn't who's the best, or this isn't top 5 best, but this is RJ's favorites villains versus my favorite villains.
So now I have to do slightly different ones, because I had stuff like the governor or whatever his name from Pocahontas, because he was a horrible villain.
Oh, a bad villain.
Yeah.
Oh no. So I think regardless, it would be a good villain. Like whether it's because you think they're the best or your favorite, I think it would be somebody who portrayed a good villain. I think a good villain is also somebody that kind of make you root for them a little bit. You know who was a really good villain?
Who that?
Killmonger.
Yeah.
Killmonger's character, not necessarily Michael B. Jordan. That's the only reason I know who it is, but the character and what he stood and like why he was mad and what he was trying.
He was
good,
absolutely
good villain.
The thing that pisses you off really is later when you realize that him and I think it's Okoye. Who's the love interest? Who is his love interest?
Lupita. I don't remember her name.
Yeah,
I don't think
they were saying the same things. He just wanted to do it violently.
Yeah,
and she didn't.
Yeah,
and then they end up, and then like you pretend like she never said that, huh?
I think your phone might have died. Is this blinking?
Yeah.
Okay,
that's all right though.
Yeah,
but they pretend like she never said that, and then like just do her idea anyway. Like she didn't just say that.
She didn't give you the same.
Like, bro, when someone pointed that out to me, I said, "Oh, patriarchy be fucking us up. We ain't even. They like did this in the whole movie." And what's the name? Okay,
so off camera, RJ and I got into a brutal fist fight. I won, so I get to go first.
All right, cool. Yeah, let's rock.
Okay, so
I was like, all right, cool. So who you got first?
I love catching people off guard because he had no idea I was going to say that. Anyway,
so confused.
Okay, favorite Disney villains. Once again, this is my favorite versus RJ's favorite. Mm-hmm. I have to start off with Scar.
You took my number one?
Because whose number one isn't he?
Bro, I'm going with Jafar.
Okay, Aladdin. Okay,
because Jafar was a smooth motherfucker. Like you can't.
No, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I have to go Cruella de Vil.
Solid choice.
Yeah.
Solid choice.
And the only reason I'm not saying the Baroness is because that one's not animated. Cruella de Vil is the villain in 101 Dalmatians. We said that we're going to stick it to the animated films. But in Cruella, the villain in Cruella was the Baroness, and that's a bad bitch. It would be the Baroness, but that's not animated, so I'll say Cruella.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna go with Hades because how can you? Because first of all,
Goofy ass.
Hades, like, sorry, it's cool. I'm cool. Like that instant calm.
Yeah.
You once you become an adult, you know the feeling of like being about to lose your cool and having to be like, you know what, it's okay, it's cool, I got it, and wanting to like rage out and scream. I also Hades is very misunderstood, and he gets a shout out because he's not actually ever a villain.
Yeah,
he is the only one of the Greek gods that consistently has a job and does his job. He's not even like mean about taking souls to hell. Like it's just the underworld. Like it's just like you just died, bro. Like I'm just trying to do my job. I can't let you be.
You know what? I didn't look at it that way. Insightful.
You know what I'm saying? So I got Hades as my second.
Okay. For number 3, I'm going with Ming Lee from Turning Red. I don't know that you've seen Turning Red, but this is not my first time talking about that bitch. I think she was a great villain. I hated her.
Well, okay, remind me of me. I know exactly. I've seen Turning Red. Remind me of who she is.
Her mom. Ming is her mom, and I feel like she's one of the worst Disney villains in the books. And people like they loved her at the end of the movie when she comes around and she understands. I don't give a fuck. She was terrible the entire movie.
Valid.
I hated her.
I'm gonna go with Ursula.
Oh damn! I had Ursula on my list
because you tricked Shorty into giving up her voice, bro. What?
She's so sassy. I love Ursula,
bro. All right, I'm like, so I got. All right, so who you got next?
This is my number 4, right?
Yes.
You want to talk about evil? Maleficent.
Maleficent was the one who was like, it's literally on site.
Yeah.
It's like, who's the fairest of them all, and it's not me. So I'm a kill that hoe that you said it was. It's literally on site.
Who? I bet you won't be after today.
Dang, and you took mine. So now I gotta think of one more. So who is a villain?
No, that was my 4. You need 2 more, unless you got.
No, because I have. Oh, I have my 4. Jafar, Hades, and Ursula. So I need 2 more.
I took 2 of yours. Scar and Maleficent.
You know who? You know who's the Max from a Goofy movie? Because he was definitely the villain. His daddy was just trying to spend time with him.
He was a teenager,
and he was the villain. He's still the villain.
Oh my! I cannot.
His daddy was trying to spend time with him after you've been fucking up in school and wanted to take you on a road trip to reconnect with you, and you fucking him over. Source,
but I can't see this objectively. I'm never gonna. This is one of those things. I'm not.
And the Goofy movie is one of my favorite Disney movies.
And
but we can critique things we like.
I can. I mean, I can't.
Okay.
I can, but not this.
Fair.
I'm gonna take your word for it. Okay.
So I think my last 2 are going to be unconventional villains. So we got Max and who's your?
So my 5. Ooh, this is tough because I have 2 here. But I think I'm gonna have to go with the unknown man who killed Bambi Mama. Because why would you start the movie like that? We don't know.
The hunter from Bambi is wild.
About that man.
Yo, oh damn. Ooh, that was a good one. That was so good. Now I gotta think. Who else? What is another one of my? Do you remember Rescuers Down Under? Is that a Disney movie?
I've never seen it.
You've never seen Rescuers Down Under? What type of childhood did you have?
Are they Australian?
Yes. You know what I'm gonna say? Any villain, anything that tried to kill Littlefoot in Land Before Time.
Oh my gosh. Land Before Time had so many sequels. They just started coming straight to
bro, like anything.
They just stopped going to the movies.
Anything, Sarah big head ass always want to fucking headbutt everything.
I love Ducky. Ducky was always my favorite.
Ducky was awesome, bro.
Okay.
Yep. Bro.
So my honorable mention was A Boy from Encanto. Everybody knows it's on site for that.
I have not yet seen Encanto.
Yeah. I figured that's why I went with Bambi. Bambi's mom's killer. But
Bambi's mom's killer is wild.
out the gate. First scene. We got to spend the rest of the movie.
Have you noticed a lot of the like male villains in Disney movies are a little effeminate?
Yeah, often.
Like Scar, old boy from Hunchback of Notre Dame, Hades. They make Hades a little effeminate. Like they do a lot of. It's usually in the face. They're like gaunt in the face.
Yeah, they don't have the super chisel.
Yeah, no.
They're kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Did we just start a conspiracy? Probably.
Did you watch Atlanta? The Donald Glover show, Atlanta?
Parts of it. I haven't seen the whole thing.
They had an episode, the goof who something. But it was about how this black man accidentally became the CEO of Disney. It's shot documentary style. To the point where I had to Google it multiple times to see if it was real or not, because I guess I'm naive, but I was like, did this actually happen? What the fuck? Did this happen? But he took over Disney on accident, and they had to let him be the CEO. And that's when the Goofy movie was made. And he just went off on the rails. He became Goofy. He just everything. And he was in.
I heard about this.
Yes. Great episode. Vet had never seen Atlanta, but I went and played just that episode for him because it's one of my favorite episodes.
That's sweet.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so you guys will tell us in the comments who you think won that draft. It's just our favorites up against each other.
And you had go through yours again.
I had Scar, Cruella de Vil, Ming Lee from Turning Red. No, I think I might have did Maleficent first. I don't remember the order. But Scar, Cruella, Ming Lee from Turning Red, Maleficent, and then the man who killed Bambi's mama.
And I had Max, Jafar, Hades, Ursula, and who was the other one?
Anybody who tried to kill Littlefoot.
Oh yeah, and anybody that tried to kill Littlefoot in Land Before Time, definitely a villain, and I don't like them.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, so let us know, and if you made it this far in the comment, if you made it this far in the video, comment and let us know who you think won, and also say
Ducky.
Leave
Ducky in the comments.
Good, because I was going to say something ridiculous. I was going to say something. I was going to tell them in the comment. Lead.
Bro, did I send you that?
I don't know, but I had seen it already because somebody else I know stitched it too.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for being the best coworkers in the world. Thank y'all for being here with us. We appreciate you. Hopefully you've liked the video. Hopefully you've hit subscribe, all of the things. Thank you. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Bye.